So my work has been primarily focused on kind of dreams and the mind and how that works. But we figured that my work is kind of in such stark contrast that it works well with the theme of the space, and obviously it works better in the project space. I wanted to be installed in this room rather than the other one. And I've been looking at kind of like, as an expansion of this series of work involving the black lines, I've been looking at artists that include the void in their work. So yeah, obviously that's kind of quite heavily linked to use of space, as well as the physical appearance of my work. This piece of work is just, in its core, I guess, like a black line on a roll of white paper, but it's not really so much about the kind of materials or its sort of like physicality. It's more trying to convey what I saw in my dream, which was it was kind of like quite a stark contrast of like a white background that was almost sort of nothingness. Like, it wasn't exactly a room, it was just, it had a ceiling and a wall, and I was aware that I was laying down, but it wasn't exactly functioning as a room, it was just a white space. And I could see a black mass moving across the top and then down like this, kind of in constant motion, almost as if like I was in a video game or something old school animated. But yeah, so I guess it's trying to sort of convey that into an image, which is difficult because obviously it's kind of quite fluid, it's quite in motion, but it's more about kind of capturing that experience of looking at this black line moving in a really particular way across a white space and not really knowing what it means, because there was no emotional significance, no sort of thought process. It was just watching this black thing move. So yeah, that's what it's trying to convey, is kind of what I saw in the vision. Next, I'm probably going to carry on with this because there are some things that I've not loved about the process. I'm still finding getting the paint consistency right quite difficult, because thinner paint is a lot more fluid and makes the lines a lot cleaner, but also it messes up the paper. So I'll probably be continuing to experiment with this, continuing to document my dreams, because that's sort of the foundation that the entire project is built upon. And yeah, looking at other artists, kind of developing my work onwards, I think. I'm not really quite sure how. Perhaps in reference to the void, although that sounds big and overwhelming and scary, but yeah. Because I was looking at it thinking that the paper holds a lot of space for flaws, like you can see every wrinkle, every bump, every crease, every little tiny cat print. So I was looking at it sort of thinking it would have been a lot easier if I'd have chosen to paint on material, and obviously it would have been a lot more fluid as well, so it probably would have captured the kind of motion that I wanted a lot easier, which I've tried to capture in like visible paint strokes. But yeah, I don't know, perhaps working with material. How did I find the curation experience? I found it overwhelmingly supportive, very much tailored to me. Everyone was very nice, very helpful, very eager to kind of fit the exhibition around what I wanted as the artist. Yeah, I found it quite smooth really, but then I guess I didn't really need anything that was too strenuous in terms of install, but very supportive, very helpful, nurturing.